I welcome you to yet another episode on WRTG. My name is Bakizo Asha, and today, like some other days, we going to delve into a very exciting and interesting topical discussion. Today, we straight to center on leadership. People usually think that leadership is only holding a position and holding. Try to. People usually think that leadership is basically just to hold a position in a company, organization, or any institute per se. But don't you think that there are a lot of tools, there are a lot of things that need to make one a leader, not just holding a position in any kind of way? With me here, I have Mr. Area that is going to help me delve into that topical discussion and get to share an experience as we move on. Thanks for coming to the show.
Thank you.
Yes, please. Kindly, I know a person out there would really wish to know you. Can you try to say a word or two to the person out there? At least, can you try to introduce yourself?
All right. Thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity. My name is Tamisha Patrick. Currently, I'm a student of Cavendish University, and I'm the Guild Minister of Culture and Mobilization in the 17th Guild Government of Cavendish University, Rwanda. Currently, I'm a minister.
Oh, okay. There's something exciting there. You're a minister in a university, because truth be told, that's a very big position on the university level. Because truth be told, you would represent a bunch of students or a whole number of students out there. But how best can you try to describe leadership?
Personally, I've always been telling myself that leadership is not a title. Okay. It's way beyond the title, and it's more of a calling. Because even though we get titles and we put onto people who are not naturally leaders, they will not serve like true leaders. They will not serve like great leaders. Okay. Yeah. So personally, I've always told that statement to myself, to my colleagues, and every person I meet. So what do I always mean by that statement? True leaders do not serve to their personal growth. Do not serve just to fulfill their personal desires. True leaders always serve beyond themselves. True leaders always serve to deliver some group of people to a certain point of achievement, to a certain point of goal. Okay? So, as a minister, right now I'm the Minister of Culture and Mobilization. But back days, I've been a student leader from high school. Yeah, I've been a station manager of a Shell deep down in Karungu district. So I've gotten a number of experiences of how a leader should behave. So in high school, I got some experiences, and it really shaped me on transitioning from being a student leader to a station manager. Going outside in the field, in the workplace, you're not just an employee, but you're also a leader. You surface a number of challenges within your workmates and even the clients that come to visit your place, okay, the guests that come to visit your place. So you have a number of problems, a number of challenges, a number of pressure, a number of things that come up with pressure. So dealing with them closely and such that you curb all the repercussions that they might come up with really makes you a good leader.
But before, sorry to cut you short. Before we drive through the challenges and how one can really overcome such challenges, there's a saying that goes every step, every journey a journey of a government mind begins with a single step.
Exactly.
So I would really want to know, what was the single step that you first took? How were you able to join leadership? When did you join it? How did you join it? What was the first experience? Because just because this is more like a profession, or this is more like a duty, a call of duty, that when you try to give an example of a child or of a baby, a toddler, they first start, when they're going to eat, they don't start with the hard foodstuffs like Irish potatoes. I'm sorry, like sweet potatoes and all that. But they first get some bit of Irish potatoes, they smash it and make it more softer. So, what was the experience? That's what I would really love to know.
All right, that's quite interesting. Leaders will not choose themselves, and people are not willing to choose people to make them leaders when they are not reliable. So it also makes me make a statement that leadership is about being reliable. Okay, if a certain community finds out that you're a reliable person, in certain situations you will always be there to help out, to lead people to a certain point of achievement. They will definitely choose you, even though you're willing, even though you're not willing, they will definitely choose you to be their leader. My first time I became a leader, it was in primary six.
Wow.
Primary six, when I was a timekeeper.
Oh, so fast.
Yeah,
Okay. I hope you could keep time.
Definitely, the moment my watch tells me that it's 10 seconds to the time of entering class, I will always be near to the bell and I'm ready to ring it, such that people at Abu time managers. Remember, when you're a bad timekeeper, the whole institution will manage time poorly, and it will be their blame. Okay? So, I had to be very cautious about that. And how did I come to that point of being a timekeeper? I always had a watch in my hand. Okay? So when it came to times or to the time of voting for the prefects, by then we could call them prefects. In fact, I stood up and contested for that post, and I was unopposed. I was unopposed. And the people who wanted to come alongside me from the opposing side on the same post looked at me and they felt like even though they are really good, they are not good to my extent in terms of being a timekeeper. Okay? So that's where I re-embark on the other point of being a good leader is being reliable at a certain point of the situation. Okay? So even though you really want to be a leader, but you're not reliable, the community will not choose you. Okay? So at that time, I stood out as the most reliable person in terms of time management. That's how I got up to be a timekeeper of the school. In P6, mind you, so when I transitioned to working, I applied to the job just as a customer champion. Okay? But after the 2 months work at the place, the station director had to make me the station manager because he found it out that even though he isn't around, I'll always do the right duties that he could also do. So by then he had a trip to South Africa and he was planning to leave for around 3 weeks. That's when he appointed me to be station manager. Okay? Yeah. So meaning he felt like he can rely on me in his absence, and his business still runs. Okay. So still, when it comes to the university, some leaders are appointed, others are voted for. I was appointed, meaning the person who appointed me. Shout out to the guild president, Mr. Prosper Senyonga. He appointed me because he felt like, in terms of culture and mobilization, I'm very reliable and I can work to the best of my abilities, such that we can move the government smoothly. Okay? So there is no big trick about being a leader. It's all about being reliable.
When you say remove the government smoothly, it feels like you're removing the bigger government, so we need to rectify that.
The government of Competition University Uganda, the 17th government of Uganda. Moving as in helping the students walk through a journey of a government of 1 year. Yeah. Helping them walk through a journey of 1 year.
That's really been there's some journey there. So exciting and full of a lot of experiences. But you get to mention of some factors like being reliable. What do you think are some of those things that every leader should get hold of, apart from being reliable, apart from being trustworthy? Because based on your experience, I pick out 2 or 3 factors. People really trust you when you come to working, and at least they're able to trust what you do. So apart from trust and reliable, or being reliable, how best can a person get hold of onto the others
Thank
to
you.
become a successful leader?
Now, those two are the ones that mostly initiate you into leadership. Now, after attaining a leadership position, that's where you have to serve selflessly. Okay? Because even though someone has appointed you to a certain leadership position and you do not serve selflessly, you can be disappointed. If it's the right time to use, you can be disappointed.
So the other factor is being selfless.
Selfless. Thank you.
Okay.
We are on the same thing. So the other, after being initiated in leadership, you serve selflessly.
Yeah.
Okay. I was a member of Interact Club in high school. We used to have a saying, a slogan, or a motto of service beyond self.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Think about that.
Yeah. So meaning I've always gone through different communities, different societies, different circles of people who always shape me in the right manner of a good leader who is selfless. Okay. If the club that I was a member, its base is to serve beyond themselves, and I'm a selfless person, meaning I'll serve as a leader. I'll always serve my fellows, my colleagues. I do not second the person who calls the person he or she is serving servants. Okay? No, they are your colleagues. Okay? So if you're serving your colleagues and you're selfless, you keep in the leadership position. That is the third point. The next one is the passion. One day, it's still in high school, I was appointed to be the head prefect. That's when I was in Form 5.
To make this clear, a head prefect, I think, is the highest position, student leadership position in high school.
Exactly. But I had